People really seem to like my PD, my EZPD exercises in 15 minutes. So I thought I'd make a second set for you. And the idea is to hit several of the symptoms of Parkinson's in a 15-minute workout. So you can either add it to your regular workout or you can just use it as a daily routine to help kind of keep balance. But it's nice that you'll have two so you don't get bored. Let's start with one palm up and one palm down. I hope you can see that in the picture. So it's one palm up and the other palm is turned down, and then you just change positions with them. Look what happens to my shoulders as I'm doing this. One rises and one drops. And that's a real good flexibility move. Nice warm up. Remember, your arms aren't out front, your arms are off to the side. Try and keep them out to the side as you're doing this. And then we're going to go into the cat whiskers, and that's where the cat wipes its face with its paw and drop back. I'm going to turn sideways to you so that you can see I'm pulling the elbow back. I'm looking forward, but I want that elbow to come back. And notice what happens to the shoulders again. Let them go ahead and move as you do this warm-up. Again, flexibility, but we've started to add some posture to that. You know that posture can be an issue with Parkinson's. And of course, posture is one of those things that keeps us from falling down and keeps us from having the pain in the neck. Okay, now we're going to do a twist and reach diagonally. What I want you to do is reach across and let your body turn with it. And if the heel wants to come up on the back foot, go ahead and let it. Take the other hand and reach down and across. Up and across, down and across. Don't lean into it when you go down. I think that was 4 times. Here's the 5th. And the 6th time. Remember, we're doing this nice and slow. Now we're adding that twist and flexibility to the torso to fight torso rigidity. And we've got 2 sides, so of course we're going to have to reach down and up, or up and down, as the case may be. And this will be the second one. Nice and comfortable. Let your face turn. Let your hips turn. Let's hope that that was 4th. And if it wasn't, then that one wouldn't be the 5th, but we're going to pretend that it was. And even if we happen to throw another one in there, so be it. It'll just be all the better. I hope that's 7 and 8. And if you're anything like me, your pants just walked down towards your fanny, and that's not what we want. So now we're going to reach one arm forward and one back. I'm going to stand sideways first for you, and we're going to be taking one arm forward. And look what happens. I'm reaching, my torso's beginning to turn, this shoulder is going forward. This shoulder, I'm going to take it back. And this hand, I'm reaching like this, and whatever the back hand wants to do. The idea is to get yourself so you're reaching. See, I'm reaching. You can't even see the back one, but trust me, it's back there. And this is for posture, a little bit of torso flexibility, a lot of shoulder flexibility. You can lean forward just a little bit with this if you want to, but it's the turn and the reach, and don't turn your head. Instead, keep looking forward. And if you can't keep the arms real straight, and all you can do is kind of reaching forward here, and this one doesn't want to go back, do what you can do. Don't force it. Just keep repeating it until, as the days go by, that it becomes a little bit easier on you. Now we're going to clap in front and in back of our hips. Now this exercise is really to get the torso moving forward and back. So if we touch our hands or clap our hands in front, you're going to want to stick this backwards so that you can accommodate the hands in front of your body. And then you're going to put the hands behind, so that means you've got to bring the hips forward. Now, as you're doing this slowly, it doesn't matter whether you do it slow or fast. After about the 4th one, and you want to have good posture with this, you're going to be feeling that stomach tighten. So we're adding some strength now. And anytime we add strength in the stomach muscles, that helps us with the posture, but it helps us with control. Helps if we happen to slip. It helps us keep from hurting ourselves if we catch ourselves as we fall. And I like it for the seat scoot. If you have to get into a car seat and you have to scoot, you're using all of this in here, so you need to be strong with that. We're going to do 2 for the legs that are a strengthening move, and with that, it's in order to get out of a chair and rising out of a chair, and of course to help us stay upright and be able to be more mobile. When you're standing sideways with this, you're going to take one foot and put it slightly forward, one foot slightly back. Make sure you're good and stable with this. I don't want them side by side, but I don't want them too far apart either. And then I want you to just bend your knees up and down. 2, 3, don't go too far down. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and up. Starting to feel the legs a little bit. Change the legs. Stabilize yourself. And 1, 3, 5. Oh, I was double timing it, wasn't I? 7, maybe not. And 8. But you're going to feel, instead of squatting just straight down and coming up, that little angle, it works the muscles just a little bit differently, and we strengthen here, but we need to counterbalance here. We don't want something strong here without being back here. And when we do a back kick, we not only strengthen behind the thigh, but we strengthen all the way up into here, which helps with lower back pain, because it tightens the buttocks. And you can actually, as you kick backward, leaning forward just slightly, you can tighten the buttock. If you want to think about doing it, it's going to naturally tighten for you. But if you think about it, you can give it a little extra boost there. This is really, really good for, of course, strengthening all of this, but balance. We're leaning forward just a little bit, but we're moving, and so we have to balance ourselves in order to do this one. And I have you lean forward a little bit so that you don't hurt your back and twink like this. You want to lean forward to do the lift. We're going to start moving and marching in place. Not much of a balance thing with that, but we're going to do some cadence. And that means we're adding the hands to the march in place, and that's throwing a lot of weight in different areas as we move. And of course, with Parkinson's, I'd like you to keep marching here. With Parkinson's, very often, this is what's happening. People are walking and they're kind of forward because they're afraid to fall, but that actually makes the fall more likely. So you're better off standing up. But the cadence thing, sometimes it's hard because you have one arm that doesn't want to cooperate as much as the other. So here's your opportunity to force your hands. Look at yourself in the mirror, or videotape yourself marching, or just kind of keep an eye with your eyes down to see how those hands are doing as they're moving. You want to make sure if one is being a little lazy, talk it into getting up there with the other one. And now we're going to kick across. Kick across. Notice that my hands are coming to the opposite side from which I kick. Now, if this is too hard, just go ahead with the kick across. And you can use your hands to stabilize yourself out to the side like this. But otherwise, go ahead and kick it across. Now you're getting a little bit of a twist, but we're really trying that balance issue, balance and moving. And of course, anytime that you're walking and you're walking on uneven surfaces, or you're walking and turning, you're balancing. So let's keep practicing. Now I want you to think about you're standing in a square box, and you're going to kick the corners of that box. But you're not going to kick them hard, you're just going to touch them. And then you're going to touch the back corners of the box. You can see that as I do this, I have to let my body move to counterbalance where my foot is going. When I'm kicking behind, I'm leaning forward. When I'm kicking forward, I'm leaning back somewhat. And that's balance practice for you. Not fast. Go from corner to corner, foot to foot, and practice kicking the corners. Now we're going to do 1 foot back and 1 foot forward. Again, a moving balance. And again, when the foot is kicked back, the torso is going to go forward. We kick forward with 1 foot, back with the other. So it would be right, down, left, down, right, down, left, down, right, left, right, left, a couple more, and right, down, left, down, right, down, and finally down, and the other side. So whichever one was back is now going to go forward. And it's not a big kick, and it's not a fast kick. Remember, don't try and do it like this. If you find that you're a little unbalanced doing this, you might want to try doing it next to a stationary counter or tall piece of furniture or human being with their hand out, and give it a try that way. All right. Now, I'm going to have to scrunch down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, because we've got to do something for the hands. A lot of people start losing motor skills, and I believe in doing things before you lose it, and then maybe you won't lose it. So we're going to do first the cat claw. Show you that sideways, cat claw. Then open your hands completely. Now we're going to do a goose head, and I'm going to do the goose head up here in the dark place where you can see it. Doesn't that look kind of like a goose head? So it's up and cat claw, up and goose head. So up and cat claw, up and goose head. And with goose head, you're working the wrists as well, because you really push down. You'll probably feel it in the backs of your hands as you go into the goose head. I want you to do that goose head and really get it scrunched down like that. Also, masking can become an issue, and that's where the face becomes somewhat expressionless, and you can overcome that a bit if you really force yourself to exaggerate movement in your face, and then it becomes a little bit easier. And again, if you practice that, maybe you can avoid it. So we're going, and you're going to like this because it's really silly looking, but nobody's watching you, they're watching me. And you're going to put your eyes over to that side, and then you're going to push your lips together like this, and you're going to put your lips over to that side as you do the eyes, and here we go, like this. And change. Six, 7, 8. Well, wasn't that fun? Now we're going to look up, but not move the head, and then look to the center. We're going to smile and relax. Eyes up, center, smile, center. Up, center, smile, center. One more. Up, center, smile, center. You'll notice as you do this, the smile, each time that you stop, the smile stays a little bit wider, and that's a good thing, because smiling and happiness can really lead to laughter, and laughter raises the serotonin level, so laugh at yourself, and that's a good thing. Look for the other easy PD exercises in 15 minutes, and it's on YouTube. Remember, too, that I'm going to have these things written out so that if you wanted to share the YouTube video and you wanted to do a handout for your group, you'll be able to copy that. It'll be over on Facebook, and it'll tell you precisely which each one of these is good for, what we're working on with each one of these exercises. So join me and find other exercises on both YouTube and on Facebook.